God
keep it
love
forever.
you.
Aww.
And if you don't, I do.
This is Tall Can Audio.
Well, what's happening, everybody? Away we go on a brand new edition of the Tall Can Audio Podcast. Matt Robinson with you, as always, in the TCA studio in beautiful Bytown, Canada. As promised earlier in the week, we are joined today by one of our friends, Angela Thompson from the Lake of Beers / Sawdust City Brewing Company. Is your business card changed?
Merit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get like big like postcards.
Like billboard size.
Yeah.
Bristol boards of your business card now, the number of breweries you're working with. Welcome back. Thanks for coming in.
So happy to be back. Like, can't be any better. I was just telling you in the green room, like, my Patriots are 11-2. The Leafs are in last place. Like, the world is right. And I'm only saying that because you wore a Toronto Maple Leafs hoodie just because I was coming in. And I know that.
A little bit of a troll job. And it's hard to troll from 27th place or whatever the fuck we're in right now. But
you know what? Even if the Sens end up like 1 point above them and they're still in last place, I'll still think it's a successful season for the Ottawa Senators.
Get ahead of the Leafs. That's I get that. And the Leafs are making it pretty easy right now. We'll talk a little hockey later on, no doubt. But why don't we start where we always start? And you have provided something here to kick us off. Actually, you've provided several things we'll get into here today. But to kick us off, what are we having?
So we are having an extra light lager over the weekend. Team Homan qualified for the Olympics, and we are a huge sponsor of theirs. Their second, Emma Miskio, actually works for us.
Hey.
Yeah, she's a graphic designer, made this can. So it just went into the LCBOs last week, and it'll be licensees more January as we ramp up to the Olympics. So just an easy, this is the only Lake of Beers product we're actually going to do today, which is
unusual.
Yeah.
Normally you come in here with stuff on your back, under your arms, like just pack horse full of Lake of Beers content. But now with the different breweries you guys are, I don't know.
I still come a pack in. Just
no, 100%. That was still she was still a bit of a pack horse coming in with beers, but they're not all Lake of Beers now.
Not all Lake of Beers. We're moving things along, so I'm going to open mine.
Yeah.
It's a delicious beer. It's kind of an entryway, I say, into the craft beer. Just an easy drinking, extra 2.5%, 90 calories. Beer. So again, just trying to get into our summer bodies. We're going to start in December here. I mean, for 30 years it hasn't happened for me, but there's always
next year. This is it. That's how I feel about this. Now, I can have this 2.5% beer now, and then you're going to fill me full of other beers later, plus the rest of the holiday season. I'll be starting all over in January, February for that bathing suit body, but as you've said,
it's just kind of, for people who are actually like healthy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
It's a really good beer. Cheers.
Cheers. It's good to see you. Always appreciate when you come in. This is the second Team Holman beer, if I'm not mistaken, you guys have done?
Yes. So the 90 cal just kind of goes a little bit better with athletes.
Yes.
So
and beer goes
like
well
us.
with curling.
Yes. Athletes like us. Beer drinking, I'm sure it's a sport somewhere.
Yep.
Maybe we should look into that.
Yeah. This is what we do every Sunday.
Actually, we are in where the Beer Olympics would be.
This is basically it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we did have one before. It's just kind of, this one's called Team Homan Empire just because they have been amazing for so long. We'll also have, for licensees, our Near Zero New England IPA will feature Team Homan as well. So a lot of curling clubs will probably pick that up. Licensees, sports bars, kind of as they get closer to Olympics. So, it's...
How did that relationship, I may have asked you this before, but how did that relationship with Team Holman come about?
I think Emma started working for us and as a graphic designer, and she's the second on Team Holman. And then it probably just went from there. So at the Olympics, they can't have the Lake of Beers crest.
Sure. No, almost nothing corporate on any of their uniforms.
But there are things that we are going to do, and all of us at Lake Of Beers Brewing Company, Sawdust Brewing Company, Merit Brewing Company had our fingers crossed that they made it because we have a whole campaign around them going to the Olympics. So, so I think they lost the first game, and we were like, but you know what? They came through like they always do. So looking forward to when don't move from my couch for 2 weeks.
This is it.
I mean, except to work.
Hey, I'll be out there. Don't worry.
Yeah, no,
I'll be out. If you're
listening.
Yeah.
I'll
be on the road.
I'll be on the road. Don't come check on me, but I'll be there.
I think a lot of people during the Olympics have this problem where it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm feeling a little under the weather right now. I can't possibly make it when the stuff's going on especially 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. Like there's big events in the middle of the day. I can't be at work, right? I can't.
No. I mean, I'll be at work.
Sure.
Maybe you can fill. You just keep texting me.
I'll do that.
Yeah, that's awfully.
Because I'll be on the couch.
Yeah,
100%. During the Olympics, if nothing else, I'm curious. Outside of the Olympics, are you one of those curling people? Is it something you watch typically? Because I'm one of those guys that during the Olympics, I'm suddenly a fan of every sport, right? Like summer or winter. Yeah, I now know things about speed skating. Everyone should hear my opinion on that. Like I have things to wear, diving and whatever else. And curling, I don't mind watching curling. I have time for it, but it's not like one of my top sports. But during the Olympics, all of a sudden when they're wearing the maple leaf, like I'm all in. Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you watch in between, or is it for you kind of similar when it's a national thing? And
kind of similar. It's almost the same with soccer.
Yeah,
there's a lot of there's a lot of things that go on. So, I mean, there's other sports, So I know about it, but not to the extent that I watch it.
Sure.
All the time. It's awesome. When the Worlds were in Edmonton, when I worked for the Oilers,
right.
I got tickets, and it was the most fun thing I've ever been to.
Oh, wow.
It is the crowds are awesome.
I sort of regretted not going. It's been here in Ottawa a couple of times between the Briar and the Scotties.
Okay, let's make a date. Next time it's in Ottawa, we need to go because they have the beer drinking tent, which is like the...
Okay, so we won't...
What is it called? The Patch, I think?
I don't know, but that seems as far as you and I are likely to get.
I'm sure they have TVs in there.
Yeah, exactly.
We can watch it from there. Like, we're still cheering.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as the Olympics come, I'm like, oh, synchronized swimming. I'm like, they were way off.
Yeah, no,
while I'm eating my chips
right.
and drinking my beer. Because, of course, I could do better. I'm more of a professional, so I'm not an amateur.
Have you ever curled?
Go to the Olympics.
Have you ever actually curled yourself?
So funny story. We were in Gravenhurst seeing Sawdust City's tap room a few weeks ago, and we had a team curling, learn to curl, I guess, and then curl. Except there wasn't beer allowed on the ice.
I'm out.
So I chose... After 6 hours of drive or 5 hours of driving, 5.5 hours of driving, that I would sit upstairs and watch everybody. Also, I didn't want to fall on my face. But I have pictures. It was a fun time. It was great cheering them. There's some great. You know what? We have some good curlers on the Lake Of Beers outside sales team and inside sales team. Wow. I was very, very impressed. But no, have you curled?
No.
Did we talk about this? It was going to be about social. Like I'm really dropping the ball as a director of our social
director.
Yeah, I think.
But my aunt has done it. I have my grandmother's second husband used to do it. Like, and I've seen plenty of people that just rave about it. It's just a fun way to spend an afternoon. And I always tell myself, like, you should just do that one time. Like, don't get big into curling. Don't pretend it's, but just go try it one time. I've never done it, and. So yeah, one of these times we'll put that in the hands of the TCA social director over there.
She's not doing a very good job.
The curling.
I may get fired. Like I can't get fired from 2 jobs. Okay, so we just keep me on for the pay at least. We should do a Christmas get together though. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Yeah. We should do.
It's hard to get fired from a job that we're not paying you overly well to do, but
I'm sure it's happened.
This is it. Yeah, no, this is a nice beer. As you said, it's a light lager to start, so it would keep you on your skates, keep you sweeping if you're trying to do it while you're curling. And this is maybe the most beer-friendly sport. Curling? Darts? Is darts a sport? because darts would be high on the list too, would be right there.
Yeah.
A lot of people like when that cart comes around when they're golfing. I'm not a golf guy, but
that's my favorite part. Of
there you go, of course.
Is when I'm like, where did she go? Where did she go? Is she coming back? How many more holes do we have? No, because I only putt and drive, so I have lots of time to drink in between. Well, I never drive. So.
I have a friend who during the summer, when she was 19, 20, 21, whatever, she's a good-looking girl, and she would work the beer cart at a local golf course, and she sort of understood that her tips reflected how short her skirt was that day. She's like, I don't care. All these creepy old men are just throwing 20s at you on top of the beer after. You're like, all right, like I can make that work. I'm going back to school. You creepy old guys can go home afterwards and do whatever you want. But she knew how to make a couple of bucks on the golf course.
Oh, bartending. It was like the more cleavage you show, the better the tip was.
There you go.
And like if I worked with guy bartenders, it'd be like, if it was a group of guys, they'd be like, can you go take their payment?
You go take that too.
Yeah. I mean,
that's just reality.
Works.
Sorry, that's the way the world works at this point a little bit.
The way the world works.
Before we, you've got a few beers over there we'll get to, but why don't we start on the NFL? And as much as it makes me sick to my stomach to say here a little bit, the Patriots are suddenly good again. And I don't understand why I know so many Patriots fans. My buddy Maddie is a Patriots fan. He's on the show. Michaela is a Patriots fan. Her husband is a Patriots fan. I don't get that. That's a whole other thing. But they have come out of nowhere. And suddenly Drake May is like this world beater.
It's insane. Drake May. That's his nickname, and I love it. I mean, they also spent $360 million on other players, which they haven't done really in the past. No. But I watched that Monday night football game, and just the composure. He's so young. Mike Vrabel, though, I think is the key there.
Yeah.
He is such a team first guy. Almost reminds me of the Blue Jays, and they were winning because they were such a unit.
The power of friendship.
I know. Maybe the Maple Leafs should try that. No, we'll get to that in a bit. But I just feel like, you see him after the games, like hugging and great job, guys. And like if someone gets injured, he gets down there, holds their hand. Like he's just such a player's coach, and everybody wants to play for him. And I think he's doing a great job with Drake May. I'm so excited for them. It's been a tough go since Tom Brady left.
Yeah.
I still was a fan. I went last year when they sucked. And really good tailgate.
That was rewarding for a lot of us to watch the Patriots suck for a while.
I know. But it only took them so much. Like the Buffalo Bills haven't done anything, and the Patriots are going to win a Super Bowl again.
Honest to God.
Mark my words.
This was supposed to be that Bills window to finally... And they just kept pissing it away. And now, all of a sudden, I don't know there's a few teams like that. The Chiefs, I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs right now. The Bills, I don't know what's going on with the Bills right now. No. Like, there's the Ravens even don't look like what they've looked like previously. I don't think they've fallen back quite as far as... Look, there's a few different teams that have surprised me, but you are one of those Pat's hardcores.
Yeah.
You didn't see this coming, did you?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I was like, so I thought they would do better than last year.
Sure.
For sure. Yeah. I remember looking over the schedule with my nephew because he's a Bills man and he has yapped at me for a few years now. And I was like, okay, yeah, that one, maybe not that one. And then we went through and like it wasn't a winning, but it was like a pretty decent.
At least competitive season.
Yes, exactly. And now I'm like, after they beat the Bills, of course, I had to bring that up to the... But, I mean, they've won the tiebreaker with the Bills, so...
Yeah, they're going to take this division.
They're going to take the division. Yeah. I think that's fantastic. It just... They did it in such a short amount of time that, to me, it's wild that they got this good so fast. Usually, it's a rebuild after...
Yeah.
Like, who has won the Super Bowl? Like, the Chiefs have won, and the Eagles have won... And Tampa's won. Like, there's very few teams that have won in the time that Patriots haven't won.
Well, yeah, since they've been down. And, yeah. No, it's the turnover has been infuriatingly fast, right? Like, I don't care for that.
No, I know. And, yeah.
And did they not just take down the Giants? Was it Monday? Was that
Yeah.
Like, which, again, used to be a classic rivalry. And the Giants are now just... they've been awful for long enough that, like, who cares? But I'm sure for a Patriots fan, you're like, yeah, they're put another check in the box this year, right? Like, knock down that old rival.
Yeah, and Miami's not very good after being good for a few years. I mean, the Jets are...
Yeah, the Jets.
But even on, like, Chicago Bears, where did they come from?
Yeah, that was not supposed to be a division-leading team, right? Like, it's wild that they have suddenly emerged sort of out of nowhere. I'm trying to make the Broncos a thing. I'd like to get back on that bandwagon. They're okay this year.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're okay. And that's about it, though. It's like, just okay.
Like, not everyone can be the Patriots, you know? So,
but, like, the Niners have stepped back.
I know.
There's a bunch of teams that seemingly overnight just went, yeah, we're out. Like,
yeah, it's like a flip-flop from last year. Like, it's a totally... I mean, the Bills are still in the hunt, obviously.
Yeah, sure.
What are they, 8-4?
Something like that.
Yeah. And so, I mean, they're not terrible.
No.
They're not as good.
Yeah, the years of them just dominating the division are over. Like, it seems like suddenly they're slowing down a little. The Patriots are stepping back in a little. And I don't know how long-term these things are. I'm not enough of an NFL expert to say it, but suddenly it sort of went from uncontested to... And when I said the Giants, like, I know that's not the same division, but that is a rival you've met in the Super Bowl a couple times, and just knock them down once just along the way here as you're having this great year.
Yeah.
Probably pretty fun for a Patriots fan.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, what is there, 4 weeks left? 5 weeks left?
Yeah, it's normally right up till around Christmas, right?
Yeah. And then... hoping, as I said to you, in the green room, going to see my niece Tristan play in the Bean Pot. So I'm hoping that there's a Patriots tailgating in Boston. So, I mean, I probably can't afford the tickets to the game, but their tailgate is awesome and parking is free. So you can't even go wrong.
Well, why don't we get into that a little bit? Because you have mentioned before you have a niece playing down in the NCAA. And I think when you were in... last winter, we were talking about her having some injury struggles, but she's back on the ice now, playing at Northeastern.
Yes.
How's that been? You just mentioned you're going to go down for the Bean Pot, which is this 4-team little series or tournament with Harvard, BC, and BU.
Yeah. So we're going to in January. I am going to explain the story, but you look a little thirsty over there.
Let's do it.
So we have a lot of beer. Like, we're sharing most of them, not the 2.5, because really. Yeah. So this one I brought specifically for you. Sawdust City has a winter pack, and it's a winter stout pack.
Okay.
So you're actually very generous, because I said, he's like, well, which one do you like? And I said, I haven't tried any yet. And he said, do you want to share it? And, like, that's how much Matt likes me, is that he's actually going to let me.
I'm going to share a stout.
I know.
None. Give me them all. They're mine. For my nephew on Christmas.
The chocolate caramel cupcake stout. So there's 4 stouts. I'm going to take a little bit, and then I'll give you the can. I haven't bartended in about a year, so excuse my. I'll leave you most of it.
Well, we got some cups there. Whatever you need.
No, there you go.
Oh, you have
I know
sent
you like
most of
to
it
drink
across
it.
the table,
So,
yeah.
Cheers. I'm
Cheers.
very excited to. Oh, that's good. It tastes like a caramel cupcake.
Oh, yeah.
I knew you'd be so happy. I remember asking my manager, I was like, can you get me a step pack? He's like, why? I was like, because we only made enough for select LCBOs, and I'm like, I need one.
LCBOs and TCA. That's where they play.
That's all. It was a limited run, but they do it every year.
I think I've had the Sawdust City Stout pack, whether it was last year or the year before. I think one of my sisters got it for me for Christmas, and just incredible. Like, just they make nice stouts. It's sweet. What's the percentage on this one? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is really tasty.
It is so good. And I'm not a stout person. But this is, I could drink this.
This is perfect for, like, when everyone else, when we sit down for Christmas dinner with my family, I'm not a dessert person, but this would be the type of thing that I would then go grab from the fridge while everyone else is having their piece of pie or their whatever else.
Oh my God, that is such an amazing idea. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm not a big dessert person either.
Right.
I'm going to have to go pick me up one of these packs.
This is it. And so those are in LCBOs now, the pack?
They are, and at the brewery, and if you're in Gravenhurst.
Yeah, no, if you're in that Gravenhurst area, for sure. But these have been, I have seen before in different LCBOs across Ontario at different points. If you enjoy stouts, man, there's 4 different ones.
There's like a Viva Puff one. There's something, a Glutha.
In previous years, there's been like a red velvet, whatever. It seems to turn over a little bit. No, not that this year, but it's different types of stouts with a little sweetness poured in or whatever for the holiday season. It's beautiful.
That is
and this
so
is
good.
so tasty.
So Tristan, going to see my niece. She had surgery last year, so they redshirted her, which means because she was injured, they'll still give her 4 years of her scholarship for playing hockey. Mm-hmm. So she gets 5 years of school, which is, that's not a bad thing.
No.
So
do some of that book learning.
Yeah.
That I've missed.
I should probably go back. But
Northeastern ain't taking either one of us.
No, I don't think so.
You and I are going to Algonquin.
Yeah. Hey, I did, and look at me now. So it'll be super fun. So we're going to go see the Beanpot Tournament. So it's where the 4 major universities, so Harvard, Boston University, Boston College, and Northeastern, both the men's and the women's team play against each other, and they play at TD Garden, where the Boston Bruins play. Matthews Arena, I think I've said this before, where Northeastern plays, was the first arena the Boston Bruins played in. That's how old Northeastern's rink is. Side note. Anyway, so it'll be interesting to see. We're going to go the second week. So what they do every year, the same 2 teams do not play against each other in the first round. So that's the first week. We're going down the second week, hoping that Northeastern won in the first week.
Sure. So made it through to the second round.
Yeah. And I mean, they are pretty good. So we're hoping to go to Boston. I'm hoping maybe to get it to a tailgate.
For the Patriots,
in the playoffs. There's lots of times that I'm not making any plans yet.
No, it could happen though. It's right there. It's on the table. Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. She is doing very well. I'm excited I get to see her at Christmas. Still from Boston. I'm like, can you give Auntie Angela your list? And she got back to me within about 3 minutes. So she knew it was important text to get back.
Well, this is how. Yeah. No, I text my niece every now and then. She's a few years younger. Several years. She's only 13 now, and Uncle Matt will send her texts now and then that go unanswered. But I sent her one the other day. You've made a bit of a Christmas list. Right back right away. Yeah, actually, yes, Uncle Matt. I have made a list, and here it is. So,
it's because it's very important.
This is it when you're asking for that kind of thing. She's got time to answer me. So, kids today,
right?
This is it.
Right. Back in my day.
Yeah, you had to go through you and I were going through the Sears Christmas wish book or whatever it was called.
And circling page. And then
exactly.
The Toys R Us catalog and hoping that anything that you never got anything really that you wanted.
I can't say that. Santa was okay to me.
We got a lot of hockey stuff, but
my problem was I always circled the most expensive things in the hey, stupid. You don't need that.
But it's really hard when you have 3 older brothers that what you know what I mean?
Sure.
So it was a lot of hockey, so I get a ringette stick. It was what they got, I got the girl version of. So I was well taken care of. Let's not if my mom hears this, I'm gonna get a lecture that
I've told the story before on the show that I as a kid I loved goalies, right? And back in my day, kids, there was so
Don't you hate
many.
How you have to say that now?
I'm getting used to it, but yeah, but it was a golden era for goalies, right? Patrick Waugh, Marty Brodeur, Eddie Belfour, Curtis Joseph. There was kind of this window through the early 90s where Canada was just loaded with incredible goalies. And then that asshole Dominic Hasek, who was just better than everybody. So I would get every year different, whether it be road hockey but I would get pads and masks and stuff every year to just play around with. And my mom one year, God love her, she was doing her best. So I got the pads and it said instead of from Santa, it was this is from Patrick Waugh. And then I got the blocker, and it was from Curtis Joseph. And then I got the catcher, and it was from Eddie Brodeur. I'm like, oh, we crossed two names accidentally, right? Eddie Belfour and Marty Brodeur.
I mean, it's a thought that counts.
It was the thought that counts.
That was
and
so good.
Yeah, those pads lasted a long time, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, we still to this day joke about Eddie Brodeur around our family. The long lost cousin of Marty.
It's the thought that counts.
It was the thought that counts. And
so
like
that
I said,
is really cute, though. Yeah. But it's also a really good story that you can have forever. So.
I've probably told too many times on the show before, but
it's
we've done like 1,600 episodes. I'm out of stories, people. Like I've only got so many interesting things that have happened to me in my life. So.
Okay, stop. You have tons.
Yeah. Well, why don't we talk just for a second here about what just happened with the Blue Jays? I know you've traveled quite a bit before to see different ballparks.
Yeah.
And this time, the world came right to us, right to the Dome. We had earlier this week Arden Zwelling on the show from Sportsnet to talk about, like, as a reporter, like all these areas that he used to just walk freely and do whatever he needed to do to go talk to John Schneider and different people. All of a sudden, there's Japanese media clogging up this hallway, and the CNN is here for some reason. And like the World Series is a big news event. It's not just, typical baseball media. It was a big deal. How much did you get locked in watching the baseball playoffs?
I mean, you can tell by my face. I'm sad now that you brought this up. I almost got over it. Yeah, I mean, I watched So for baseball, watch mostly like Saturdays, Sundays. Mm-hmm. Not, I mean, it is a lot. I love baseball.
Yeah.
But other, you gotta have a life sometimes. I don't really have one, so I don't even know why I said that. I'm trying to look like I do things with my life, but it's okay. And then once when they were down 2-0 to Mariners, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Toronto's gonna Toronto right here.
Yep.
And then they didn't. And I'm like, okay, World Series. And you know what? That really could have gone either way.
It could have.
And I mean...
Yeah, they were not outclassed by the Dodgers.
No,
they were right there.
And I think that LA, with that lodged ball, they could have picked that up.
I hate that.
And so we would have won that game.
Just run up the wall and start waving. I can't get it.
It's like right
Just
there.
Just pick it up, asshole.
Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Some controversial calls, but there's always going to be those. I really thought, like, I had it in my soul that they were going to win. Yeah. Like, I was just to the point, I mean, what if they would have won that 18-inning game? If they would have won Game 7 going 11 innings, I think they outplayed them, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, for large parts of the series, for sure.
Yeah. So if you're talking about Ernie Clement was the best hitter
in playoff
history. He's batting 8th. Like, that's how good this team is. Yep. Everyone's like, Bo wasn't 100%.
No. And you could tell, like, anytime he hit it, he's, like, hobbling around. Like, if he was leading off the inning and got on first, you were like, oh, no. Right? Yeah. Like, almost like Kirk.
Yeah. I'm like, I just want him to hit a home run so, like, he doesn't have to run very fast.
Which he did for us in Game 7. Like, that could have been his moment. That iconic Blue Jays moment would have been that home run if they'd have closed that game out, which obviously... They did not.
Yeah. But just so very proud of them. Like, Addison Barger, like, walk-off grand slam. First one in MLB World Series history. Like, it was just to see everyone looking at Toronto, not just thinking it's Guerrero, not just thinking it's George Springer. It was everybody. It was, starting, like, Max Scherzer, Mad Max. I love that guy.
Same. And yet I wouldn't do it again. Like, I'm not
but when
we sort of were playing with fire a little bit at times. But to watch him, the way he fit in,
the team in Game 7. I think, like,
maybe. Yeah. I think you pushed your luck a little bit, and I wouldn't do it again. That's all I'm saying. Like, he still says he wants to pitch, he wants to come back. With the moves they've already made in free agency, he's not coming back. And it was awesome to see him in a Blue Jays uniform. I'm sure some of his intensity rubbed off on some of the pitchers they already have in-house. I think that's awesome. But you could tell at different points he's just getting by now, right? Like, and so cut your losses and move along. So I wouldn't do it again, but it was really fun to have him as a member of the Blue Jays in 2025. And you're right to point out, like, that team got people to rally around it. And in a way that few things do in this country. Like, it's really the closest line you could draw outside of the Olympics, where everybody gets invested, would be back to the 2019 Raptors, right? And I'm not a basketball guy necessarily, but we saw on the news every night across Canada people having these outdoor parties to watch the Raptors in the finals and stuff like that. That doesn't happen in hockey, right? Because we all have our own territory. Once my team is out, I'm not cheering for your team. And, there's all kinds of internal rivalries. The Jays and the Raptors can grab Canada in a way that most other sports can't.
Exactly. And I just, you're right. It goes back to 2018, but I think it's even bigger because you think of when the Jays go to the States, especially like Seattle, Detroit, like Minnesota, they're all full of Blue Jays fans. Where I don't know if maybe, and I don't know.
No, you're right about
basketball.
That.
No, I'm not saying.
But part of that is the size of the arenas, right? Is 20,000 versus most of these ballparks, 40, 50, 60,000 people.
So I just, you're right. It did bring everyone together, like the Raptors did. But that same time, that Raptors team, they all seemed like they love each other. They all seemed that they would play their hearts out for anybody or for, pick up somebody when somebody else wasn't doing as well. And that's exactly what the Jays did.
Yeah.
So if you had a bad at-bat or a bad outing, like no one said it was like, poor little, like, I feel so bad for that guy.
Yeah.
And, but
they picked him up. They came back the next day and got it done, right?
And can we just talk for 2 minutes about Trey Savage?
Yes, we can. Always happy to do that.
Like, honestly, the best thing that I saw about Mad Max was when he was cheering on Trey Savage and he got it to first when he came in for relief. I would have left it in personally, but I'm not. I don't make decisions. He was just pitching so well.
Yeah.
His composure, was he 21?
Yeah.
I don't have that composure, and I'm 46. Just the way he went in, and he's like, I got it. And he just focuses. And his dad and his mom in the stands, like crying. I was like, I love everything about this.
So I was one of those people, because I'm as much of a nerd for sports media as I am for sports. I was flipping back and forth through the entire series between the Fox broadcast and the Sportsnet broadcast. And I happened to see during the World Series, I was on Fox when Ken Rosenthal went up and interviewed his parents. And, they asked the same questions, what's it like watching this and seeing your son get this far and all these things. And it was awesome. But they took the time on that broadcast to thank Canada, his parents did. And said, like, thank you for embracing our son and taking him in, and this is so incredible. And that was on Fox. That's an American network. Like, they thanked Canada to an audience that was going to be largely not Canadians. And an inning later, when I had flipped back, Hazel had gone up on behalf of Sportsnet, was interviewing, and they said the exact same thing on the Canadian broadcast. But it stood out to me that anytime a microphone was being stuck in their face, they were thanking the Canadian and Toronto crowds for embracing him and whatever else, even when it was going to be almost an entirely American audience with Ken Rosenthal on Fox. Like, they just seem like a good, down-to-earth family, and as surprised as anybody that it happened this fast. And now you're going to enter next year with one spot in your rotation checked off that you didn't expect, right? Like, I don't expect him all year to be as dominant as he was in September and October for the Jays, but he can easily be your 3 or 4 next year if you need him to be while he figures this all out. It's going to be incredible.
And it kind of goes back to what you were saying, like the whole country behind them. But they also realize it too, right? Like, they're not just playing for the city of Toronto. They're playing, and everybody, like anybody, even people who were not baseball fans.
Yep.
If their significant other or their child was into it.
Or it's just on the news, or there's billboards up, or holy crap, like, it's snowballed so fast. My mom, all summer, when I'm at the cottage, could not possibly care less when I go and put the ball game on down by the lake or whatever else. But she watched every single game through the ALCS and the World Series. Like, people got into this in a way that most sports can't grab you like that for long-term. Game 7, like it's just one of those things. It was so much fun.
One of my girlfriends, I've known her since you're in grade 7. She's also my hairdresser, but one of my very good friends. And anyway, like I was texting her. I watched some of the game at her house one night. I drove home because it's a long drive. And then when it got to game 7 and it went to extra innings, I'm like, she called it periods, and I said, are you ready for the 9th period or the 10th period? Or no, it was the end. Like, if they would have saved that, they would have won, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, are you ready for the 9th period? And she's like, I'm ready, baby. And like has her wind up with the, like, she was into it. I mean, she obviously knows now it's innings. It's now just a joke. Yeah. Because I think it's hilarious.
It's same as the Eddie Brodeur.
Yes,
right?
there you go. It's something
we all
I'll have
corrected
forever.
ourselves. We just grab onto it and have fun with it, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, there was one ending that we all wanted, but I think just the gains that they made and just the eyes on Toronto, and it was nice that baseball is such a global sport that it started and ended not in the United States. It started in Japan and ended in Canada.
That's true.
It is, and so it's not just America's game. It is. I mean, I get it that the place was Canada. There's not. But there are some up-and-coming, more than what it was in the past, of Canadian baseball, obviously Japanese baseball players. But yeah, exactly. So it was just nice to get a little look at one of the great teams of last year.
And they are grabbing a hold of it. The Jays are right now. Like, they immediately went out and kept Bieber. They immediately went out and got Dylan Cease.
Yeah.
Like, they are now capitalizing on the fact that people saw that playing in Toronto is special. The team is good. The organization is good. They have money to spend. They're not letting that just fade away as a lost opportunity. They are grabbing it with everything they've got, and they're going to try and push forward with this. So
Shane Bieber took less than he would have got on the open market.
Yep.
By a lot.
Yeah.
And so, yes, he was just a few months back off of Tommy John, but I'm sure he could have got a better, longer contract. Yep. He picked up his option, and I think that's a testament to what he sees in that. He
was there. He liked the coaching staff, liked the team, liked the environment. Let's go, right? Like, he's going to run it back.
Like, this might not be a good take, but I would bring Chris Bassett back, and I would make him.
I like him a lot too.
I would use him as your long reliever.
I would do that.
Was amazing out of the bullpen.
I loved it, right? Like, and he just grabbed on to the role and said, if that's what they need me to do, then that's what I'll do. Clearly now, based on the moves, because I also just signed Cody Ponce. He's coming in, and so the rotation is full. If he's willing to come in and be a long reliever, be a bullpen guy, I would love to have him back. I'm sure he will look around first, though, and see if there's a starter's job out there for him. But
again, the what they just did, and I mean, I remember watching his end of season press conference. He was in tears. He was still in tears.
Yeah.
Like a few days later, just saying how much he loved the team.
Yep.
Yes, of course, he wants to have a starting role.
Yep.
But if he knows that he could be if someone goes down, right, you could easily put him in as a starter. But then you have that, like, every time they brought him out, I was like, oh, good. Okay, we're good for a few innings. I wasn't stressed.
And this was the first time he'd ever been a reliever in his career. And all of a sudden, everybody's like, okay, we got this for an inning or two. We're okay.
You look like you're thirsty.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to stay on the dark theme. I know you too well.
Yes,
it's Sawdust City again. Okay. It's called Fire Glow. So it's a Czech-style dark lager. So 4.8%. A little spice to it. It's
a little spice to it.
A little spice, Yeah. We like to be spicy around here. It's in the LCBOs now. This is a seasonal, so it'll just be around for a few months. I'll give you the can again, because the can is, I'm going to make a bad pun, fire, because there is a bonfire on him. So,
I'm gonna have to have a nap after our show here.
We're not even halfway through. So,
oh my God.
But we're splitsies. Yes. We're sharing. Sharing is caring here at TCA.
These are not 50-50 splits, though.
I know. Yeah, but I got to drive an hour and a half
I know, you got
back.
to drive, and I got to nap. This is the difference.
Yeah, see the difference? Yeah. The the brewer for Sawdust City, or one of our brewers, he actually did some training over in Prague. So lots of his are Czech style, European style. So Sam has been... So
this is a dark lager.
Yes.
What did you say the percentage was?
4.8.
4.8.
You know what? Like, I have my sheets here. He laughed at me because I brought in sheets because I'm like, now I have 100 beers.
You're doing more show prep than I ever have on this.
Yeah, 4.8, 22 IBUs. Okay. Do you see how far the sheet is away from my face right now? I need glasses. I'm just kidding. But I think maybe I do after that. We tried this at the brewery, and honestly, I think you're going to like it.
Yeah. What is that spice? There's something just on the tail end of it that gives it a little nice trail.
No, but yeah, it's just the difference from the other stout. That stout was very like
sweet.
desserty.
Yes,
this is more of a
straight up dark lager, but with just something trailing on the back end of it. That's really nice. It's not overpowering, but it has a little bit of a trail spice on your palate, for lack of a better term. So good. I think I had like 2 or 3 of these at dinner when we were in Gravenhurst. It's a delicious beer. See,
look at you changing me into like a dark beer lover.
This is it.
The more I come here.
This is where all the cool kids hang out, is in the dark beer area. We have our own little tent outside the Briar or the Scotties. No, it's nice because it still has the body, which can be a little less filling than a stout or a porter. Like it's still got the body of a dark lager, but still with that kind of dark flavor, and a little bit of something on the back end of it that I really enjoy.
It's so good. One of their best seasonals that I've tried so far.
So how has the integration been? Not the last time, but one of the last times you were unable to reveal that this is what was happening and that you guys were going to be...
No, I think that was
2 times ago. Yeah. And then you were in and you were able to talk about it. But what's it been like trying to integrate the two companies and the two... for somebody like you running around the province trying to sell this stuff, you now have Merritt and Lake of Beers and Sawdust City to be trying to keep track of what you're selling.
So I told you when I came in, so I listened to this show all the time, and I listened to Monday's show, and Rob was he's like, oh, I have this beer from Sawdust City, and I was so excited. I'm like, oh, great. Like, what kind? And he's like,
it's called mashed taters.
Taters. And I was like, honestly,
Rob's an idiot, which has been said here a time or two.
I was like, is Rob a moron?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have, and I honestly was about to text Matt and be like, I don't think that was Sawdust
Tell Rob
City.
He's stupid. And I don't need instructions to do that. I'll send that text. Like, I don't need justification.
And then I'm like, wait. We have so many beers now. I have no idea.
Check in with HQ.
Yes, I Googled. And so this mashed taters is a kartoffel.
Yes.
That's how you say it?
Sure.
I
appreciate the clarification because we didn't know.
Yeah. I actually specifically asked that. Yeah. I said, "Can you say it to me 4 more times so I have it?" So it's an in-house brew, so available at the brewery. So I guess Rob went to Gravenhurst or someone.
Well, he's also someone else may have gone there, or he's also a subscriber to one of those Beer of the Month clubs. I forget which one, like Small Batch Dispatch or whatever. So maybe it was in there.
Maybe.
I don't know where exactly that one came from. But
it's a kartoffel.
A kartoffel.
Yeah. So I was I'm the moron.
I asked him, like, is it French? He's like, kartoffel. And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It kind of hurt my ears. But okay, so it's a kartoffel. No, I can't even say it. A kartoffel.
Kartoffel.
Thank you.
So that's a challenge for you. So these are 3 different menus now, 3 different catalogs. You have to know.
It is, and I don't think it's our last either. So it has been crazy. So Darren, who's the owner of Lake of Beers. Now remember, Lake of Beers was like one of the OG craft companies.
Sparkhouse back in the day.
Oh, and just a side note, guess what's back at the LCBO full time? Sparkhouse.
Hey.
So just a little aside.
Yep.
I had actually a guy come over to me in beautiful BC. And for those of you who don't know, that's Bell's Corners. and he knocked on my window, and I was like, oh. Uh-oh. So I was like, oh no. I was like, hey, how can I help you? And he's like, how come I can't find Spark House in the LCBO?
So is your car marked? Like
yes.
You got
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Do you have samples in there?
Not just some guy walking up to some woman's window.
I mean,
like, where's my beer?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I get asked if I work at the LCBO all the time. And I'm like, no, part-time, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so he asked me, he's like, how come I can't get... I'm like, wait 2 weeks, my friend. It's coming out. A little secret between you and I. So there you go. Spark House, now available at most LCBOs in the province.
One of the OGs, as you said, and as we've talked about before, one of the very first craft beers I stumbled upon in my craft beer journey, and is now just a beaut. And you guys have had the Spark Light.
Yes, which is also really good.
Yes, it is.
So just a shout out to Darren. I mean, he started making his first beer in his dorm room at McGill University, and now he has, three amazing breweries
in their dorm room. It was more.
I know. Why weren't we doing that?
It was more of a grow up than a brew. But
I mean, some people have different
interests.
Different interests.
I'd also enjoy not quite a Spark House, but it needed a spark. At some point.
True facts. Right
These things happen.
And so we had our Christmas party a few weeks ago, and I saw all the people that were in there, and I'm like, imagine having this dream and making beer out of your door, and then you have all of this.
All of a sudden.
And it's
multiple brew houses, multiple breweries under your umbrella, regional salespeople. Like what it's grown into is unbelievable.
It's insane. And we keep growing. Definitely some things down the road. Most of them I don't know because they don't tell me things. Because and it's a good thing. No,
they're scared you're going to come in here and tell me things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can't even remember what it was now, and maybe we can't talk about it, and if so, edit point. But there was something a couple of weeks ago a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, he wouldn't tell you until you were done here.
Yeah,
that might have been the Sawdust City.
Yeah,
might have. Like, yeah, I'll tell you what's going on when you're done on that show.
Yeah, we're not gonna tell Angela anything. She's gonna keep a secret. And we have three of the best brewers. So Spinney at Merritt, Andrew Walsh, Lake Of Beers, and Sam at Sawdust City. And I mean, the rock stars. I mean, I would call them hop stars, to be punny, which I love. And everything is just come in waves, but we're dealing with it. Just a lot of like integrating sawdust. Merritt was more, we have the brewer, the brew pub. Not a lot of staff came over. Mostly just the people who work at the brew pub. But Sawdust City, we got a whole bunch of people. Yeah. So just trying to find the balance. We have at any point 20 to 25 beers to sell. And my garage is getting quite full. So I told them we need to find somewhere else.
So enough with the idea of the social director trying to find us places to go. It sounds like your garage is the place for us to go.
Okay.
And just work our way through.
So I have an idea. So why... Oh, actually... Because I'm kind of mad at you about something, but we'll get to that. Actually, we'll get to it right now. So aside... we talked about maybe you coming up to Westport. Yep. I think we should do that next summer for sure.
Yeah.
But, I listen to the show all the time, and I was a little butthurt that Bunda, he gets calls from the cottage, and I live at one full year round, and I was never invited. Could have done a three-way call. It could have been... and I could have regaled of tales from the dock, and you didn't let me.
Okay. It's a reasonable complaint.
Yeah. You were so busy. It's just
No. As the guy who is TCA management /host / also TCA HR, I have to take all complaints.
It's not really.
We'll study this.
It was more jealousy.
I wasn't aware you were set up. Like Bunda's got a mic he takes with him when he goes.
No, I don't. No, but I can get set up.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We'll do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that would be great.
Okay.
Because as you know, during the summer, I'm fucking dust out of here.
I know.
It's all done from the cottage. So.
I'm actually not butthurt. I just had to, try to
throw an elbow, get in there a little bit.
Get in there. You know, right. I want to talk. But so remember I think it was on the last show, like how many beer can we drink from all three? And then I would have to sleep over, and then McDonald's breakfast. Like you were going to be.
There's a McDonald's like right around the corner.
Yeah, I know.
What was it? A terrible kung fu movie or something?
Oh, Bloodsport.
Yes. Okay.
It is terrible, but it is. I will say this: the best movie ever made. And that
is the only thing you have ever said on this show that put your position as TCA social director in jeopardy. like let's watch Bloodsport.
It is because it's so terrible that it's so funny.
Okay.
And it's crazy. Anyway, that was an aside. But you do need to come up to Westport, and we'll do our 28.
I've never been to Westport. I've been through Westport. I know my mom has gone to Westport, and this is why I had a different impression of Westport. My mom has gone there because she likes the shops, right? Apparently, they're like nice places to shop in town or whatever. And I'm like, that does not sound like a place for Matt at all.
There's a brewery there.
And now you've sold me. Like, that's all it took was...
I have a hot tub. I'm on the water.
Yeah.
And then we can go 3 minutes to the brewery.
Okay.
And there's a winery that serves beer in my front yard. They have really good pizza.
In your front yard? Like it's
I can walk to it.
Garage.
Like I can see it from my front yard. Or it could possibly be in my front yard when I'm there.
This is it. It sounds like we open your garage door and there's a brewery.
There's a brewery in there.
Yeah, or three of them actually.
There's a lot of beer in there. So.
I did crash once. I was riding back to town. I had gone down to visit my parents for something. I was riding back to town with my mom, and she picked up my great aunt, and they wanted to stop and shop in Perth. I'm like, how about we don't? Like, how about we just cruise right through and not stop and shop in Perth? And then all of a sudden, we stumbled across the Bridgemasters Brewery. It was under a different name at the time. I'm like, yeah, you know what, ladies? Have a good afternoon. I'll be over here, right? Like just posted up right inside the little brewery, sampled a bunch of things, had a couple of beers. They came rolling back in. I hadn't finished everything. There's not one more shop, one more store you guys could hit. I got like 2 more beers to try here before we can leave. There's always something for everybody.
There is.
Yeah.
There's
so Westport, I'm sure no different.
Yeah, there's all those little shops that people want to go to, but the biggest thing is that there's a winery with pizza and a brewery with a very good beef dip sandwich. Probably one of the best I've ever had.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's right on the water on the Big Rito. So
there you go.
Very nice. But back to before, I could sure make a short story long. So it's been crazy, but I think everything's kind of coming together.
Well, your territory essentially is like here in Ottawa, as far west as Kingston, going up north to
Whitney.
Which for
Near
people who don't know,
Park.
it's like, exactly. Algonquin Park, like almost a Bancroft, basically.
Yeah.
All the way back through
Hawkesbury.
Hawkesbury, there you go.
Yeah, I go all the way down Petawawa, Pembroke, Hawkesbury, Cornwall, Ottawa. So I spend most of my time Ottawa, Kingston. I'm about halfway in between where I live. And then one day a week I go far. And so that's like a 12, 13, 14-hour day, depending on where I go. In the summer, beautiful. I love driving.
I did radio for a while in Hawkesbury. I actually did it from downtown
I listened
Ottawa.
to podcasts.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
And every now and then,
TCA.
Hawkesbury was one of those places that they would encourage you to like mix it up. Like I was doing weekends and evening shifts for the Jewel 107.7 in Hawkesbury. And every now and then, like, just as a nod, make sure it's like every now and then the Jewel 107.7. Like, no. Like nobody
That
believes.
was actually really good.
It was okay, but like nobody who actually speaks French would believe that was believable. Like the rest of my hit would be in English. It was still the Jewel and 107.7.
I really like it, and I think you should speak more French if you want to.
I don't know that I can.
Hawkesbury is weird though because it has. Well, it's weird anyway. Yeah. It has one of my bigger LCBOs. It's probably top 5 for craft beer.
I would have thought it would have been
Lake Of Beers.
jam-packed full of bows.
Also, though, it's right across the border, and craft beer in Quebec is very, very expensive. So people drive over, a lot of tourists and stuff like that. But there's only like 18,000. There's not a lot of people live in Hawkesbury. No. It's everyone coming over across the border. Yeah. They have one of my biggest LCBOs and one of my LCBOs that I sell the most in, which is kind of odd. And then I go to Cornwall and kind of everywhere in between. So
sell for 3 breweries now.
Yes.
Seems like a lot of work.
It is, but it's fun. And I think once we get settled, hopefully we don't get another brewery in the next, 3 weeks. And we can just, that's not, I woke up one day and we had sawdust or,
Yeah, you're going to wake up on Christmas morning and unwrap another brewery.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if you got an email. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been good, but like shout out to, all the staff for dealing with, new customers, old customers. The inside sales has been amazing. Or my outside sales team. Well, not mine. They're not mine. But they are mine because I love them.
Your coworkers, your teammates.
They are mine.
Yeah.
I just can't get over the work that we've had to do. Like, I think everyone thinks as a beer rep, like I just sit around. I know it sounds really bad right now because I am sitting around drinking beer, but this is not a normal day.
This is not the typical day.
No. I'm eating, McDouble in my car, for 10 minutes and then going out and, trying to get in the LCBO, trying to get into agency stores, convenience, licensees is a big one, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a good challenge. I mean, Sawdust City and Lake of Beers both have great names.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, as we get bigger, more marketing support, all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
The thing about Lake of Beers, both the brewery and the community, it just sounds so picturesque, right? It's the Lake of Beers. It sounds so lovely, and I'm like, I'd like a beer while I think about that.
I know.
And so it works very well.
Well, when you think about it, it is a bunch of bays.
Yeah.
And that's why they have the Lake of Beers. It's an actual place.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so it's just right across.
Both the place and the brewery, you're like, that sounds lovely, right? It's nice.
It's great. So, yeah, it's crazy but good and wild. We have a new delivery company, so working through with that, and just new team members. But I think the Christmas party really helped getting everyone together from everywhere, from all different departments, and it was a lot of fun. And I think what are we going into?
2026.
I don't even know anymore. I still think it's like 2019. So, I'm
Something
excited
happened
to see.
right after 2019 that kind of threw all of our time.
Yeah, I forget those 3 years. So I just pretend. So really, I'm 43 when I think
this is how we're all going to wind the clock back.
No, I like it, and I am here for it. So what did you think about Fireglow? You liked it?
I did like it a lot. It had a lot of body to it, but not in a way that was filling like a stout, which I'm also fine with. But a dark lager, I'm good with. And this, like I said, had something kind of on the back end of the palate that was really nice. If you're saying it's a spice or a whatever else, I believe it. It was pretty nice. Let's try one more, and then we'll talk some hockey.
Okay.
We have not done hockey yet.
No, I know. Okay, so we have 2 more half-seas, if that's okay with you.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay, this is a 6%. So this is one of Sawdust City's cores, a New England IPA. It's called Juicin'. So
the problem with doing halvesies with you is that they have not been halved.
Okay, I'll do a half on this one. It's been like 2 sips for me, but I will.
Yeah, you're killing me over here.
Here.
All right.
There you go. You can take the glass.
Yep. All right.
It's
no, you're right. This is a more fair split. I'm feeling okay about this.
Okay. I got a full can. It just, the description, and sometimes I love these.
What was the title of this one again?
It's called Juicin'.
Juicin', and this is also from Sawdust City?
Also from Sawdust City. New England IPA, 6%.
Okay.
It's, I love the way the brewers put things together. Mm-hmm. It's a hazy, hoppy, juicy beer. Oats soften and smooth the mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know if I ever heard about mouthfeel before, but here we are. What do you think?
So that is, you can kind of, when you give it the nose test before you sip, it smells pretty hoppy, and that flavor is there, but it's not like a really bitter or crisp, grab you kind of hoppiness. So kind of middle of the road if you were sort of someone who doesn't love the extra crispness, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
I like this. But yeah, it's not an overpowering hoppiness.
So yeah, this is at the LCBO. Maybe on top in certain places. It's so good. I think they should make another one. Like it's. I think it's amazing. So 6%.
Awesome. So it's not over the top, busy, or with the alcohol. Like you can tell there's a bit of a bite there, but not in a way that is going to mess you up too bad on a Wednesday afternoon as you record a podcast. As you're just trying to cruise.
Wait till we do all the beers and then do a podcast.
When you roll in here with your multiple coolers full of beer, you have no consideration at all for the work that I have to do after these shows.
Because I get to drive home.
Yeah.
And after my few sips of each beer.
That's
and
right.
Just live my life. But you get to nap. Like, you're feeling good.
I'm not sure. It's going to be necessary. That is going to happen. But there are other things to do in this studio.
Is there? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Like you actually. Oh, okay. Okay. So you just don't drink beer. Gotcha.
Get up at 9 a.m., walk in here, and just start cracking beers and go all day, every day. That would be great. I wish that was my world. I
think we all wish that was our world. I work for a beer company.
A lot of people probably assumed that was my world.
I kind of thought it.
Yeah.
Not to. Okay, so hockey. What do you want to talk about? I know what I want to talk about.
It's not my team, right?
Yeah. So tell me about it.
It's going bad. It's not going good.
No.
Big win Tuesday over Florida.
Yeah, big win.
Moved us up to, I think, 23rd place.
You know what? There's nowhere to go but up.
And yet, in this division, I think that puts us 3 points out of second in the division. So one of the interesting, and look, the Leafs have been bad, and I don't know whether they're good. Like, you had to have that win on Tuesday, and they got it, and that's great. But the East is mush. The Atlantic is mush. But there are teams that have positioned themselves in that mush well ahead of Toronto. Ottawa is one of them. Montreal, despite a bit of a speed wobble there a few weeks ago, has looked good. I didn't expect Boston to be worth a shit, and for some reason they're suddenly relevant, if nothing else. Tampa, I picked to win the division. They got off to a terrible start, and I wrote them off going, well, I guess that's going to be wrong. And here they are now back leading the division. And if I hadn't written them off, I'd have looked like a genius. I don't know. I
still think you're a genius.
Sweet. You may be the only one in the world, and so you're welcome here anytime.
Yes.
I don't know. When I look at it, I still think we're looking at Tampa and probably Ottawa as the two teams who have looked the most consistently good in a mediocre division. Like, I don't know if they're great teams. I don't know if they're cup contenders, but they certainly look like the best of a pretty bad group. And now having Brady back for the Sens, that's going to be huge. Jake Sanderson continues to cement himself.
Oh, I love that kid.
And Linus Ullmark has sort of rounded into form after kind of a rocky start to the year. He seems to have found it a little bit. You can take your shots at my team in a second if you want, but what have you thought of your own?
It's just like they kind of seem like up and down. Obviously, with Brady out, I mean, you lose your best player. Yeah, stuff's gonna happen.
But they went like 11-5 without him. Like, pretty good.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also that like how long can you sustain it? Like if he was going to be out the rest of the year, right?
No, they'll crush anybody, right?
But it was weird because that American Thanksgiving, the Senators were the only Canadian team in the playoffs.
That's right.
Like Edmonton's terrible, or not as good as they should be.
Yeah, Winnipeg down. Montreal up and down. Toronto down mostly.
Ottawa up and down. Like the Sens aren't in a playoff position right now, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, no, after the win on Tuesday in Montreal, they jump back up. So this is it. This is how mushy it is. It's like one win takes you from 5th in the division to 2nd in the division. It's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of like the AFC East.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
But yeah, so they have looked good. I'm interested to see, because remember we always talk about the games in October and November meaning something.
Yeah.
And I mean, it goes for the Blue Jays too. When they start, you can't lose the first.
Yeah, you can kill yourself in November if you're not careful. And the Sens have done that in the past.
Oh
have
my
a
God.
brutal November and the season's over.
Yeah, and you have to be. I think what they kind of say at American Thanksgiving is kind of like a benchmark, and then the other one will be the Olympics. Yep. So, not bad so far. They look good. They look fast. They look like they want more than just a first round.
Yeah.
Exit, So,
and they have had, it's not just been Brady. Now Shabbat has been down. They've battled injuries and kept their head above water. Ottawa looks legit. And I don't know what yet that means in this division when everything is so clamped up. At some point, it has to spread out a little bit. But it sure looks like Ottawa has set themselves up to be at least near the top of that conversation. At this point, I can't imagine a scenario where Ottawa is missing the playoffs. No. Whether that is third in the division, second in the division, a wild card, I don't know. But all these points matter. And while everything still looks kind of clamped up, a lot of it's because of overtime losses and this and that. Ottawa has sort of felt like they're in this legit, as opposed to some other teams that are just sort of Detroit's only 2 points out. Do you care? Is Buffalo 2 points out? I don't think that's real. It's just so mediocre. But there are some teams who have sort of set themselves apart. And I think Ottawa's one of those. For
sure. And then, you just brought it up, and we bring it up for teams. You can't start, get 2 months into your season and have 3 wins, for any sport, because it's harder to claw back.
Yeah.
And so I'm just happy that they had a good October and November.
And November, yeah. Because that's almost been a mental hurdle, if nothing else, is get through and maybe more for fans than for the team.
Yeah.
But to just be November, here we go. No, they crushed November. They're good, right? It's going to be fine. And now they've got Brady back. They got Allmark rounding into form. I don't know how long Shabbat's supposed to be beat up. We'll see, but he'll come back. It's not supposed to be a major, serious injury. So I don't know, but Ottawa looks good. Toronto looks less good.
Less good.
But
I mean, I said it so many times. I'm like, see, this is what happens when I give you less beer. You are now done. That's okay. We have one more. We'll put that one in 2 seconds. The Leafs were good. I would sit here and be like, it pains me to say it. They're a good team. I just don't understand what happens when they get into the playoffs. And now, I mean, they lost a few people, but the general nucleus of the team is the same.
No, they were already in bad shape before that big clump of injuries. And look, those injuries didn't help.
Yeah.
But they had already sort of put themselves in a bad spot. So I'm not willing to give them that excuse of they were so beat up. No, you were already struggling. And then the injuries didn't help you dig out, obviously. You've got all your forwards back now. On Tuesday night against the Panthers, they had their full complement of forwards available.
Yeah.
The defense is still Tanev out, Carlo out. There's some pieces missing there. And I am worried that they're going to run Joseph Woll right into the ground. But for now, they have no real options. They're just not a particularly well-built team. And I do still think there's a chance they make it into the playoffs.
Oh, I think they would, and it pains me to say that.
But the window of them being a contender, I think, is closed. I think you might make it in 6th or 7th place or something like that. But
you might surprise for a few rounds, but I mean, no, they don't. Even when they were good, they can't get past the second round.
This is it. And now they're not that. They're not even that good. So it's the odds are against them making the playoffs, and I think that's legit. I'm not when I talked a week or so ago, I still thought Edmonton would get in. No matter despite how bad their record had been.
Yeah.
I thought Winnipeg was questionable. But Toronto, I wasn't willing to call dead yet. I still thought it was more likely they would miss the playoffs than make it, but I wasn't willing to totally rule it out. I'm still in that situation, but that's their championship. Get in, be 6th or 7th, and get rolled by maybe Ottawa.
Yeah, it'd be
would
interesting.
stink.
Like nothing is.
They're just not good enough.
Nothing is right now. Like like you said, everything's up and down, and you win 2, you're in first place. You lose 1.
Ottawa just won on Tuesday night
they did.
and went from 5th to 2nd.
Yes, exactly. So I mean, I think it's going to be. I think more when we get to the
Toronto's
Olympics.
3 points behind
if they play in the Olympics. Okay, so we're going to do one more. Really quick.
More.
Okay, I'm going to give you this can.
Okay.
Because it's 7.1.
Okay.
This is from Merit Brewing Company out of the beautiful city of Hamilton.
The hammer.
It's an
the
IPA.
One that lowers the hammer on me.
This is what I'm doing right now. 7.1. It's an IPA. And there's a Sasquatch on the can because they're made with Canadian Sasquatch hops. And honestly, I've said this before, not the biggest IPA fan.
Mm-hmm.
I love this one. And I don't know how or why.
So this is a New England, I think you said, right?
It's a juicy IPA.
Juicy. Not the juicin', but the juicy.
Not the juicin'. We like juicy, those words at Lake Of Beers. And Sawdust and Merit. That is so good.
Oh yeah. Like problematically good.
They're in your basket of gifts. There's a few in there.
You guys should have seen Angela roll in here today as a trooper that she is. Because sometimes, like I said, you roll in here as a bit of a pack horse with beers all over you.
And I had to apologize because...
Well, this is what I was going to say.
Oh, there you go. You tell the story.
You took a beating last week. You took a fall.
I did.
Made it a little harder to carry.
To carry things, yeah.
Yeah. And yet still rolled in with stuff for Bunda, stuff for Rob. Rob doesn't need stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. But he did give me a shout out on Monday.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't.
I hear you.
And I don't want to hear about it. To be fair. It's like shutting up the kid, you know?
Almost every
Does he listen when I'm on?
I don't know which ones he does. But this is the way I have to, when I design topics for the Sunday recording, like, I don't want to hear about Rob on this one. Like, I don't wanna... You're
like, I really want to talk about that, but I don't want Rob's opinion. So I just know we're not doing
If I list this topic, he's going to go all day on that fucking thing. So. But you still rolled in here with seasonal greetings to Bunda and to Bob. And
yeah, we have some toasty toast for you.
This is it. There's some socks and a couple of gifts here. So you still came through in a big way, as you always do.
And it's so funny. This is how I am. So I walk in. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I said I was going to bring more. And he's like, this is enough.
This is so much
And
beer.
I'm like, yeah, I know. But I said, I really hurt my rib. And like, I've got bruises all down my body. And I was like, I'll drop some more off to you. And he's like, it's okay. And then I don't realize.
Beer. Like,
I don't realize. I'm like, I've got some. Because any dark beer that I find or get from the brewery, like, I'm like, this is going to Matt. And so I keep it for her. Aww.
And if you don't, I do.
I do love you too.
Yeah.
Like, remember we talked about it. It's a great relationship.
100%.
See each other for times a year.
Yeah.
It's great.
Last thing while we sip on this, the P-Dub underway.
Yes.
Tuesday, little rough in Ottawa. Took a 5-1 beating off Minnesota.
Yeah.
I was down at the home opener. A friend of mine.
I saw that.
Had a season ticket holder invited me to go along.
Oh, nice.
That went poorly.
Yeah.
But
it's the beginning of the season.
It is. And yet I do feel like the roster's been damaged pretty bad by the expansion process. Yeah. They are talking about expanding again as soon as this summer.
Was it 2 or 3 more teams? 4 teams.
They said could be 2 or 4, but that they would expect it to be 4. So that's a huge expansion draft again. But just as we're sort of rolling through this, it is year 3 now of the PWHL.
Yep.
What are you making of it? Are you still as engaged as you were? Like, how many games a year do you try to get down to? Where are you at?
I usually get down, again, I do live an hour and a half away.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trip.
So my sister-in-law does work there. we're a year trying to get on the show. It's fine. We'll
make something happen.
We'll make something happen. But first, I just want to say thoughts and prayers to Carla, Coach Carla. She is a good friend. I've met her several times. She is a friend of the family's through her cancer diagnosis.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. I don't know how long ago. It was made public this week.
Yeah.
And so she missed Tuesday's game to go to Calgary and talk to her doctors.
Yeah.
And it looked like the fan base on Tuesday night was out in full support of her. Lots of pink, lots of signs with well wishes for her. And she has stated, I think I'm going to be okay, right? Like I won't, it shouldn't require missing too many games, but it's a scary diagnosis, right? Like
it is.
Anytime you use that word, it's scary. And so I think the prayers of hockey fans across Ottawa and obviously the Canadian hockey scene are with her.
And she's also the head coach of Czechia.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's going to coach the
for the Olympics. She is phenomenal. Like I said, I've met her a few times through my sister-in-law. Mm-hmm. My mom's kept her car while she went back to Calgary for not this time, but the first year. Okay. So I just wanted to say that.
No, that's a good call.
But yeah, I am engaged, obviously, with my sister-in-law working for the team, and my niece coming up. She will eventually, hopefully, play in the PWHL. I think the expansion is too fast. I don't know if. And I don't know this much. I don't even know this much about men's hockey, but like, how many players do you have? Yeah. I know there's lots in the States and lots in Canada, but like
expanding by 2 this summer gutted the original 6 teams.
Yeah.
And now you have 8 teams and you're going to expand by 4 more. Like, that's another huge gutting of all these other rosters. And I get they've sort of suggested we'll stand pat for a little while after that. And that's smart to me. But man, like, all that said to me was, Matt, you've got a charged jersey. Don't go put a name on it this year. Like, you have no idea.
And we talked about that the last time I was on. Yeah. Like, you get kind of involved with these players, and it's only been, a year or 2, and you're like, really like that player, okay, bye.
So, like, I really like that player, okay, bye. For the longest time, and not to make things about the Leafs, but William Nylander. We can
talk about the Leafs all you want.
But Nylander was my favorite player.
Yeah.
And I didn't sign or get a jersey of his until he signed his most recent contract for another 7 years. And you went, yep, good. Went and got my Willie jersey, right? The Bieber black.
Nice.
So I'm cool like that. Me and Justin Biebs, we're tight.
You and the Biebs?
Yeah, we're tight.
Love it.
I don't know what I would do on a jersey right now for the Charge and feel safe that player won't be gone in a year. And so that's problematic when you want your fans to engage. I'm still going to go to games. I'm still going to cheer for the Charge. But to go like, this is my favorite player, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, gone again. Like, it was Danielle Serdachny last year, who was their first round pick, and was gone by the end of the season. That's unheard of.
And it's just because it was so new. Like, why wouldn't you give it like a few years up before you expand?
Yeah, and
then wait a few years and expand some more, because the players that are in college, most likely they're gonna. It's not like hockey, men's hockey, unfortunately, where they are going to be there for 4 years because they're going to get their degree. They're not going to make,
they're not jumping for millions.
No, so it's going to be hard to pull people from, or to pull women from the collegiate level. So where are you going to get these players that makes the game as fast, as good as
it is now?
It is now.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe they have a bunch of players
maybe there's more players in Europe than we're aware of. Maybe.
But then I think we'd see them at the Olympics, right? So, and then you think of, like, how long is Mayor Philippe going to play? Mm-hmm. Like, how long are these? You know what I mean? So it'll be interesting to see it. I think they're going way too fast. I think they should have left the 6. I know they want to make more money. Everybody wants to make more money. But is the product going to be the same? Because you can have all the teams you want. If the product sucks, no one's going to go.
The problem is, you've made the fans of the original 6 sort of like, you've duped them a bit. Mm-hmm. Like, we've started the league in your cities. You bought season tickets, you bought merch, and we're taking your players right away. Like, I think you needed to give it a little bit longer. And I understand the urge to expand, but man, you're sort of doing it on the backs, especially financially, of people who supported you right away. And I think that's tough.
And this might be a stupid question, probably is because it's coming from me, but so do the 2 new expansion teams have to give up players too?
That hasn't been announced yet, right? And that was something that happened in the NHL. When Seattle came in, Vegas did not have to offer up players in that expansion.
Oh, right, because they duped everybody else.
Because they did it better, and they were the most recent. You don't want to damage them. I don't know whether the P-Dub's going to do the same thing here, where the 2 newest teams. But to me, they should have to, because the 6 teams that
like how much
fostered,
are you going to take?
Like they were new too. Like the original 6 was 2 years old when you started grabbing players for Vancouver and Seattle. So you want to do it again times 4 teams? Yeah, sorry, Seattle and Vancouver, you're in too. You're in with the rest of us.
So when they go, so it could be a player that Vancouver just got from somewhere else, and then they're going to go to
right? Like I just drafted Danielle Serdachny, and you took her.
Yeah,
I don't care that a year ago you just took Sarah Nurse.
Yeah,
Detroit's going to take her from you. Like that's just the way it's going to go for me. I have no idea if that's the way they're going to do it. But if you were that ruthless with your original 6 franchises, Seattle and Vancouver should be in the same place now.
Yeah, because you can't gut 6 and then leave the other 2.
No, exactly. These new 4 teams get to gut the original 6 while 2 stand by. No, we're all in this together, apparently. I don't love it.
We're all in this together.
Supposedly. I'm not feeling that love, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see. Like, I just don't want them to get bigger than what they should be.
And this
at
is it.
That moment.
I feel like I'm often now for a league that I was excited to see start up.
Yeah.
I feel like now too often I'm being negative. When we talk about this sort of thing, it's still good hockey. Like, it's still fun when you go. The vibes are great. Like, it's hard to know that we lost as many good players in Ottawa as we did last summer, and now it's going to happen perhaps twice as bad next summer. Like, that's hard to get me excited now this year to go, and I will, but for individual players, it's hard, right? Like, I'll still cheer for the logo. I'll still cheer because it's, my adopted hometown's team.
Like the Ottawa Senators?
No, not like that at all, actually.
As he's wearing a Blue Leafs hoodie.
Yeah, no, exactly, in the blue hat.
I know. It's a lot of... No. And I'm wearing actually a navy blue Sawdust City hoodie.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
That will never happen.
I know.
That will never.
I just thought that maybe when you became a Charge fan that you're like, I live in Ottawa now.
Red Blacks, Charge, like I can get on side with some local teams.
But not the Senators.
It will
That's
never
okay.
be the Sens. And the Sens don't want me either, right? So
you know what? It's a big tent. Isn't
much
that
like the beer tent outside the Briar that we're going to.
I'm so excited. You know what? The social calendar is going to, I'm going to do such a good job next year that...
See, this is her first New Year's resolution, to be the to upgrade the TCA social calendar.
Well, I mean, I can't do any worse. So, because I haven't done anything. So, like, the bar is very low, and that's where I excel, when 100%. The bar is very
here.
low.
Yeah. This is how we started this show, we can do better than that. This has been terrific. Anything else you want to throw a hard sell on, especially as we head towards the holiday season, as we wind down here?
Yeah. So, like I said, the Toasty Toes from Lake of Beers. There's 2 mystery beers. So
that is your annual mystery pack.
Packs, yes,
comes with
socks.
4 mystery beers.
Sorry, 2 mystery beers off the grid, which is our hazy pale ale, and then a pair of socks. And I specifically,
this is it.
Today,
yes,
brought you more socks because you always give your socks away and then I get mad.
The girls in my world keep taking the socks. Like, those are cute. Can I take them? Yeah,
and so I had an extra pair of socks from last year, and it's there, and I better see them on your feet next time I'm in.
Rarely
That was like a threat.
Rarely do my feet make the show, but that's all right.
But I see them when I come in. So the Toasty Toes are out. Good Christmas. The Winter Stout Pack. We just had one of those in the beginning. Caramel cupcakes.
That's from Sawdust City in LCBOs.
Good. Yes.
Check it out. If you like dark beer,
yeah,
it's a brilliant pack,
and then
honestly.
Fire Glow. It's another dark beer available at the LCBO. Just look for Mirror at Lake Of Beers or Sawdust City in your LCBO beer store, maybe not beer store, agencies, convenience, everywhere. And then just a shout out, just two of my licensees, just Cheshire Cat and Carp. They pretty much have one of ours on all the time. So, and then Greenfields as well. I just like to shout those two out. And, Publico, Rod, I think I've shouted them out every time on here. And just also to my messes in Kingston. They have been amazing, and I'm proud to work for the company and looking forward to what's going to happen next year.
Yeah, and Team Holman. Qualified for the Olympics once again. The official beer of Team Holman is Lake of Beers.
It is, and it's in LCBOs and hopefully in a licensee
grab it
near
up,
you.
show some love, right?
Yeah.
This is one way to be patriotic is to grab that Team Holman beer. This you said it's called Empire. Where was it?
Team Holman Empire. I'm back. See, this is what I do. So this is the first beer that we drank. I'm back to the first beer because I talk so much.
Coming full circle.
It's a really good
like
beer.
A ring. like a curling ring. That's what we do. This is why I sit on this side of the table.
That is why.
Earlier this week, our friend Arden Zwelling from Sportsnet was on the podcast talking all things Blue Jays and baseball, and actually just a little bit. It won't hurt you. It's like eating your vegetables. A little bit of UFC, as that has landed on his portfolio as well since Sportsnet has grabbed the rights to that. Check that one out at talkcanaudio.com or wherever you're hearing us right now. From my friend Angela Thompson from Lake of Beers and from Merritt and from Sawdust City. My name is Matt. We'll catch you next time.
The hell is that?
Number one bullshit. Oh, number one bullshit.
Why are you so pissy?